Guess what? I I recorded this whole freaking thing, and and it either kicked off on me, aired, or whatever. So I'm just gonna leave it like I had it. Maybe pop this up a little bit more. Pop this up a little bit more, and this is gonna save a lot of time. I can make a short thing. What we're using here is we're on TradingView. Excuse me, software, which I like it. It's awkward for me to use it, but it's probably me. And we're using this GAN fan, and we set it right here. Uh, and this actually worked out a little bit. Uh, and what this is going to do is give you price, time, and structure all in one. But reading it is, every chart's different, and believe me, it's a lot of art to reading it, and you have to know the stock and what was going on in the market, like this right here. Maybe shouldn't have did that, but we had something shitty in the market for 2 days. These are 1 hour bars too, and price range. I guess you can see it over here. We're talking. This was a $6 stock. For the last 2 months. If you go back 2 months, it consolidated around 6, 7, 750 ish for 2 months. Then busted out to 12, rallied to 12, doubled. Then from 12, after it doubled again. That's 200% up. And if you go back to where it was 6 and to where it's 12, that's 400% up. Just a few months. But we're taking the last breakout because it was so powerful, and we're starting there. Oh shit! That damn thing. Every time I got to click that, I just wish that thing timed out. You can see it doubled. 6 to 12, almost 12. So it almost doubled. If you go back a little bit there, it'll be real close to 5, and this was 11. So 450, yeah, it'll work. So we're taking the most powerful part of the move, where the media got into it, identifying the structures and seeing how the GAN measured time and what price did in the time. So this right here, and I have this line showing the measurement. This is the breakout phase. It actually, to me, normally it should have broke out a little bit stronger, a little bit longer, and then came down in here. This would be the bull run in a lot of cases, where it would just cling on that line and just hammer up. But for some reason, this stock missed that. And I have to go back and look at put an S&P or a NASDAQ chart. So probably market conditions were goofy, and it missed that climb. That would have brought us up to about this guy right here. So anyways, once this phase here, this is like Happy Town phase, is what we're calling it. Breakout phase, pulls back, goes into a bull market, pulls back, regains it, kind of runs up that line for a while. This one didn't do it. I'm just saying it's unusual, but it don't matter. We read the charts. It did what it did. It don't matter why it did it. So it broke out of the whole Happy Town phase. It just went sideways, straight through it, and boom. And then we had another breakout. So the market recovered, or another news thing. But you got to remember, here's a $15 stock. It definitely was under 7. So you're up 100%. It wouldn't, big fund or something wanted to come in a bad 3-4 days of the market and hammer it down. They certainly will. And they certainly did. Something happened. So here we break out again. And this is a nice bull run here. You can tell by This is what you should have got. Because when you get a nice, tight, perfect straight line, where it's holding a nice angle and a nice straight run, bounce off it, bounce off it, bounce off it, bounce off it, bounce off of it. Didn't even come close to bouncing, just run away and got back into Happy Town. Every time I got to hit that, it should be. I got to find a shortcut for it. It's driving me freaking nuts. Driving me nuts. Nice software, love it. Again, it's right in my price range, and I'll be honest. I tell you, my price range for software right now is 0 to 99 cents. So we got back into Happy Town, and that's that blue line, and that is a critical line. This should have stayed in there and then crept up on top of that line. Maybe tested it, come up compared to other stocks I'm doing in markets, NASDAQ, but this one didn't. And it busted back up into Happy Town. From here to get through that line and stay up there, but these are 1 hour bars. So it only did it for 1, 2, 3, 4, half a day. Then broke out of it. And then one more, whoop. This is a whole hour bar, so it was only up there probably for 15, 20 minutes, and then boom. But that's what I'm saying. Once you break that blue line, it's hard to get back up there and get control and go back into Happy Town. Once you get kicked out of Happy Town, they don't want to let you back in. So there's this little 4.5 hour, Happy Town trip, and it's back in where you don't want it to be. This isn't that bad though. If it can hold this red line on top, and if it loses it and it can get back on top fairly fast, but if it loses it and it spends any amount of time in here, this is the guy you're going to be. You can be this guy here, and his fleeting moment on this stock wasn't too long, but this guy here, he kind of made out, for a while there, like boom, okay, no more happy guy, okay, this guy's here right here, but with this nice bull, with a second breakout, nice bull run, and another breakout, then guess what? This guy's back. Until it failed. So, I almost need, another not so happy face in here where he's kind of neutral. It's just kind of neutral. The only negative thing is you don't, to really be happy, you got to be above that blue line bouncing off it. And guess what? You're not. And this right here, a best scenario would be it could go sideways till it hits this line and then break out. It still can go up in this area. And this guy would come up. Where would this actually turn happy again? You don't even need that anymore. It would turn happy again when you broke that high. So if it kept going up here and gets squeezed, see your triangle there, your wedge, and this is the bull. This would be a bull wedge because it keeps pushing it up. It's not like a triangle wedge. Those are goofy. If it can keep pushing this up and pounding on this thing, and it would end up you'll see when they break out. If you put a GAN on it, you'll see that they usually break out right in here, and bam. Happy guy, he could be back. I mean, Even if this thing starts doing that, once it gets squeezed in here, boom, you know. But he ain't ever going back in this town. But you still, this thing still can go up. It still could break that high. But now we have a time thing. Because how long is it going to take? And if this was from the 20th, right, well, say it goes, piddles around in here. So you're from the 21st, you know, to the 13th, you know, you're over 2 weeks. You're talking now, you're going to be way to hell before it would even make new highs. And it could just get stuck in this range. You know, you could put another line down here. That's the other problem. You could get range stuck. Uh, we could put another line. I put it like more like this. You put another line here, and you could just be range stuck in here. Way into January. Way into January. So the time this would take to crawl up, get in the wedge, get compressed, and bust out, you know, you're talking what this would show. You're talking, it would be you'd be January 1st, somewhere in that area, probably after New Year's, and that's just one way of looking at it. We're looking at price and time, and these things will show you too. Oh shit! I put another line in there. I got to click this off. Oh come on! See what I'm saying about that software? You know, these are your times, and they keep getting wider, you know, and wider up here as you're going up these scan lines too from the breakout point. Shit happens fast here. You start slowing down here. You know, if you had a measurement tool, it's slowing down here. And when you get up in here, you know, shit is taking twice as long, 3 times as long. And then if you drop down in here and piddle around, you know, so you can see it. You're not, unless there's some news bulletin where this comes down and really breaks up, maybe you could get a double top sooner. But would it hold? You know, and not pull down and then dilly dick around. It still puts you up to January. And what it if I was going to trade on it, and it might, if I was going to trade on it, I would put, if I can find it, and these things are pretty cool, and this is all on Trading Fruit, and it's all right in my price range, 0 to 99 cents. I would use a volatility stop. And what I have to do here, because you can't see them, so that's what I'm saying about this software. I like it, but it is a pain in the fucking ass. Now make them bigger. And I have to go make the red one bigger. Boom. And I can, no button for default that I can see, maybe. Default, okay. Will it remember it? Who knows? So there's your stops. Green, you're above it, and you wouldn't really want to necessarily put your stop that tight. You'd have to drop it down, you know, a bit. And if you were shorting it, when green stops, red starts, there's a reversal, there's a flip, and if you wanted to take a short, then you might want a little tighter stop. That would be your stop. If it breaks through that, like boom, right there, boom, you'd be stopped out. And then it flipped, turned green, and it really didn't challenge any of them. They moved up the stop, however the software algo works, but you can see how tight that stop is. So you can never set your stop. Get rid of some of these shit. Oh shit, it won't let me accurately remove that line. There we go. Yeah, you have to go down below that stop. You could use it as a guide thing. So if that's a, like at $18, we go down another dollar to 17, you'd probably be all right. Like right there, if you would have put that down a buck, you'd have been in there. You would have got stopped out, but you would have wanted to. If you were short, you would have got stopped out here. And if this thing takes off Monday morning, tries to double top right off the bat, and it could, bam, you'd be out of it. All right, it's a wrap.